Welcome to the paradise of Costa Rica, where I will be demonstrating for you the string crossing detaché exercise from Dr. Morton's Torturous exercises for the double bass. Now, all of these exercises are not etudes in the traditional sense. They're not in a key, they don't make any attempt to play melodies. Instead, they're more like calisthenics that are laser focused in on developing a particular physical technical skill. In fact, all of the exercises from the book state at the beginning exactly what the purpose is. For example, the purpose of the string crossing detaché exercise is to achieve smooth, clear, and accurate string crossings with a detaché bow stroke at any tempo. So we should practice this exercise with a metronome. And in fact, with all of the exercises out of this book, it's really handy to have the book itself, because you can write into the book your most recent metronome speed, and so you can track your progress throughout all of these exercises. So with the adjacent string crossings, I'm setting it to 112. With adjacent string crossings, we want to keep the bow as close to each of the two strings as possible so that the pitch change, the angle change of the bow is as minimal as possible. So here we go. We're going to play each measure twice. And by the way, it says G and D. That doesn't mean open G and open D. That means any note on the G string and any note on the D string. I recommend doing these with harmonics. So we'll play each measure twice. And we practice that exercise on the other two pairs of adjacent strings. Additionally, we practice this exercise inverted, which is the more difficult. When we play the low string with a down bow and the high string with an up bow, that is more difficult than playing a down bow on the high string and an up bow on the low string. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to do this inverted version on the A string and D string. You'll notice right away that that's the more difficult way to do this. Next, we move on to skipping a string. This is more difficult, so I'm going to set the metronome to a slower tempo to 104. I'll first do this now on the G string and the A string. Next, we'll do the more difficult version, and that is the low string with the down bow and the high string with an up bow. For this demonstration purposes, I'm going to do this on the E string and the D string. I'm going to lower the tempo now to 80. And now to move on to the only other possibility, and that is skipping two strings, playing the G string and the E string. I'll set the metronome now to 70. now the most difficult possibility of all, that is E string to G string with the down bow on the E string. Definitely the most difficult. Yes, with this exercise we discover that having the down bow on the high string, up bow on the low string is easier than a down bow on the low string and an up bow on the high string. We can use this in choosing our bowings in actual music. However, it is true we should learn to negotiate both possibilities, and this exercise is a great way to do that. All 30 of the Dr. Morton's Torturous exercises are available for download in English and Spanish. Click on the link in the description below to download your copy today. Many of these exercises are extremely demanding. Take it easy. Play them in short time intervals, 5 to 10 minutes at a time, max. As with all playing, if at any time you experience pain in the hand or arm, stop playing immediately, rest a while, and gently stretch out before resuming practice. Click on the link in the description below to check out my video on hand stretches for instrumentalists. It is a good idea to start each day with these stretches and occasionally do them throughout the day.